People who are too nice are often admired, trusted, and liked. But what most people never see is the quiet war happening behind their eyes, because excessive niceness is rarely a personality trait. It's a survival response, formed in moments where being agreeable felt safer than being honest, where staying silent felt smarter than speaking up, and where being liked felt more important than being real, and that's the hook most people miss. Because the world rewards nice behavior without questioning the cost. These people learned early that love had conditions. That approval came when they were useful, calm, agreeable, and easy to manage. So they adapted, not by becoming stronger, but by becoming smaller, softer, and more invisible. And over time, this adaptation hardened into identity, where saying yes became automatic, apologizing became reflexive, and boundaries felt like betrayal. Because when you're too nice, conflict doesn't feel uncomfortable, it feels dangerous. Like something bad will happen if you disappoint someone, so you preemptively sacrifice your needs to keep the peace. And people around you often mistake this for kindness, when in reality it's fear wearing a polite mask. Too nice people are often hyper-aware of other people's moods, tone shifts, and micro-expressions, not because they're empathetic by nature, but because they learned to read emotional weather early, to predict storms before they arrived, to adjust themselves before problems began. And this constant vigilance is exhausting, because when you're always managing how others feel, there's no space left to feel yourself. And that's why many overly nice people feel emotionally numb, quietly resentful, or chronically tired without knowing why. They give and give, but rarely receive. And when they do receive, they feel guilty, undeserving, or anxious, as if kindness must always be earned through service. And this belief shapes their relationships, pulling them toward people who take more than they give, who enjoy the benefits of endless understanding without offering it back. Because niceness without boundaries attracts entitlement, not respect. The darkest part is that too nice people often blame themselves for being mistreated, thinking, if I were better, calmer, more patient, they wouldn't treat me this way, instead of recognizing that their tolerance teaches others how far they can go. And this self-blame keeps the cycle alive, because changing feels risky, and staying the same feels familiar, even when it hurts. Many too nice people grew up in environments where emotions were unpredictable, where anger, criticism, or withdrawal appeared without warning. So they learned to neutralize threats by being agreeable, helpful, and non-confrontational. And while this strategy once protected them, it now traps them, because adult relationships require honesty, not performance, and authenticity, not constant accommodation. Yet breaking the pattern feels like breaking a rule written deep into the nervous system. That's why too nice people often struggle to say no even when they're overwhelmed, struggle to express anger even when they're wronged, and struggle to ask for help even when they're drowning, because somewhere inside, they still believe that their value depends on being easy to deal with, and the irony is painful. While they fear being abandoned for asserting themselves, they slowly abandon themselves every day by staying silent. You can see it in how they apologize before speaking, how they soften their opinions, how they minimize their pain, how they laugh things off that actually hurt, because being too nice isn't about kindness. It's about control, about trying to control outcomes by controlling yourself, by being so agreeable that rejection never has a reason to appear. But life doesn't work that way, and eventually the cost becomes impossible to ignore, showing up as burnout, anxiety, quiet anger, or a deep sense of invisibility, where you feel unseen even in rooms full of people, because no one really knows you. They only know the version of you that never causes friction. The turning point comes when too nice people realize that kindness without honesty isn't kindness at all. It's self-erasure, and that setting boundaries doesn't make you cruel. It makes you real, because the people who truly care won't disappear when you stop overgiving. And the ones who do disappear were never there for you, only for what you provided. Learning to be less nice doesn't mean becoming cold or selfish. It means allowing discomfort, allowing disagreement, allowing people to feel their own emotions without you managing them. And this shift feels terrifying at first, like stepping into danger without armor. But slowly it becomes liberating, because every honest no strengthens self-respect. Every expressed need rebuilds identity, and every boundary teaches the nervous system that you are safe even when not everyone is pleased. If you recognize yourself in this, understand this deeply. You were never weak, broken, or flawed. You adapted brilliantly to survive what you couldn't control. But survival strategies aren't meant to become life sentences, and the moment you stop confusing being nice with being worthy, you begin to reclaim parts of yourself you didn't even realize you lost. Because the goal was never to be liked by everyone. It was to finally be at peace with yourself.